With convenient controls and versatile position settings, Ostom's premium dental chair, the K5 unit and chair, provides the optimal treatment environment. In this video, we'll guide you through its operation, divided into 15 sections. First, Doctor Table LCD. Second, adjusting the treatment position. Third, function buttons. Fourth, status icons. Fifth, timer and stopwatch. Sixth, settings. Seventh, changing the armrest position. Eighth, headrest adjustments. Ninth, safety features. 10th, fixing doctor table in place. 11th, instruments. 12th, foot controller. 13th, unit. 14th, dental light. Finally, Honero console. Now, let's go over each part of the K5 step by step. Doctor Table LCD. You can operate the overall functions of the K5 by tapping the LCD screen on the doctor table. The main screen of the doctor table LCD consists of manual treatment position adjustment buttons, automatic treatment position buttons, function buttons, status icons, timer and stopwatch buttons, and the settings button. Adjusting the treatment position. Let's go over the buttons you can use to adjust the chair position. First, we have the button for manually adjusting the treatment position. You can control the chair's up and down movement, as well as the backrest's up and down movement, from the doctor table LCD screen, the assistant table panel, and the joystick located at the bottom of the chair. Second, we have the basic position movement buttons. On the doctor table LCD screen and on the assistant table panel, you'll find 3 preset position buttons by default. When you press the start position button, the chair moves to its lowest position, making it easier for the patient to get on or off the chair. When you press the previous position button, the chair returns to the last treatment position after the patient has finished rinsing. When you press the rinse position button, the chair moves to a comfortable position for the patient to rinse their mouth. Third, memory position movement buttons. On both the doctor table and the assistant table panel, there are 3 memory buttons that allow you to save and move to your desired chair positions. After moving the chair to the desired treatment position via manual adjustment, press and hold the first memory button until the beep sound is heard to save the position. While in use, press the Saved Memory button briefly to move the chair to the stored position. The second and third memory buttons can be saved and used in the same way. On the assistant side panel, you can also press the M1, M2, or M3 buttons to move the chair to the saved positions. Function buttons. Let's take a look at the function buttons on the doctor table LCD screen. First, we have the screen lock button. Press and hold the screen lock button for 3 seconds to enter lock mode. Once in lock mode, you can clean or disinfect the display safely. Press and hold the unlock button for 3 seconds to return to the main screen. Second, the user selection button. The K5 allows you to add up to 5 user presets. When multiple users share the unit, each can set their own preset for more convenient operation. When you press the user selection button, the registered users will switch in order of registration. Third, the suction button. When you lift or place down the suction on the assistant table, the suction button turns on or off accordingly. For units equipped with the K5 auto suction function, you can also press the suction button while the suction is removed from the holder to manually turn the suction off or back on. Fourth, the manual water supply button. You can use this button to manually supply water to the spittoon or the cup. If you press the cup water button briefly once, the same amount of water as the automatic water supply setting will be dispensed. If you press and hold the button for more than 1 second, water will flow only while the button is pressed. The maximum duration the button can be held is 15 seconds. The spittoon water supply button works in the same way. Fifth, the light button. You can turn the dental light installed on the unit chair on or off by pressing the light button. Status icons. This is the wireless foot controller status icon. The icon appears when you press the pedal and a signal is being transmitted or received. When the battery level is sufficient, the icon appears green. When the battery is low, it turns orange. If the orange icon appears, the battery should be replaced immediately. Once you release your foot from the pedal, the status icon disappears. The K5 allows the spittoon to be rotated toward the patient for more comfortable rinsing. This icon appears when the spittoon is in the rotated position, and it disappears once the spittoon is returned to its normal position. Timer and stopwatch. The timer has 3 quick start buttons. Press the desired time to start the timer. While the timer is running, pressing a quick start button again adds more time. Press the stop button to pause the timer and press the start button to resume it. When the timer ends, an alarm will sound, and you can touch anywhere on the screen to stop the alarm. If you press the reset button while the timer is running, the timer will stop immediately and return to the initial time. Next is the stopwatch function. When the timer and stopwatch are not running, press the start button to begin the stopwatch immediately. While the stopwatch is running, press the stop button to pause it, and press the start button again to resume. Press the reset button to stop the stopwatch instantly, and return it to the initial time. The K5 also has timer options. Tap the settings button on the right side of the timer screen to open the timer settings screen. Here, you can change the time saved on the quick start buttons or adjust other timer-related settings. To change the time saved on the quick start button, use the plus and minus buttons. Then press and hold the quick start button you want to update for at least 3 seconds to save it. Once you've set the alarm volume, alarm duration, and alarm tone, press the settings button to return to the main screen. Settings. When you press the settings button to enter the settings screen, the user settings screen will appear. In the user settings screen, you can select, add, or remove users. You can add up to 5 users using the Add button. The chair preset displays the saved treatment positions for the selected user. It includes the backrest angle, chair seat height, start position, previous position, and rinse position stored in memory. The RPM preset shows the saved RPM settings of the electric low-speed handpiece for the selected user. It is not displayed when using an air-driven low-speed handpiece. In button display, you can set which icons appear on the main screen for each user. Select the buttons you want to display on the main screen. When a button is activated, its function becomes available on the main screen. For functions that are not in use, you can deactivate them so they don't appear on the main screen, helping to reduce screen clutter. Press the arrow button on the right side of the screen to switch to user settings too. In this screen, you can configure the foot controller button functions, adjust the smoothness of chair position transitions, and set the chair movement speed. In foot setting, you can configure the functions of each button on the foot controller. You can set the right switch and left switch functions separately. For when the handpiece is not lifted, and when it is lifted. In chair setting, you can select how smoothly the chair starts or stops when changing positions. There are 8 levels in total, and the higher the soft level, the smoother the start and stop movement will be. You can set different soft levels when adjusting the chair using the manual position control buttons and when moving it using the preset position buttons. In chair speed, you can adjust the speed at which the chair operates. First, select the direction for speed adjustment. Then, set the maximum operating speed for the selected direction. Now, here's how you adjust the chair to its lowest height. You can adjust the lowest chair height in 4 levels when the chair is fully lowered. Next, we have the General Settings menu. Click General Settings to enter the General Settings screen. In this menu, you can configure the water supply system, LCD settings, DWCS on or off settings, and clean the water line. In Rinse setting, you can configure the water supply system. First, you can set the rinse time for the automatic spittoon cleaning mode. Second, you can select the cup autofill mode and set the water amount. First, choose your preferred method between the water level detection mode and the timer mode, then place a paper cup on the cup filler. Press the fill button to fill the cup with water, and release the button once it reaches the desired level. If the water level is too low, press the button again to increase it. If the level is too high, empty the cup and press the button again to refill it. Press the Save button to store the water levels set during the test as a level or time value. In System Setting, you can change various LCD-related settings. You can adjust the display brightness, touch sound volume, and touch sound type, as well as select the LCD theme. 2 theme options are available, and when you change the theme, the LCD will reboot automatically. In DWCS setting, you can turn the DWCS on or off. When DWCS is turned on, it generates and supplies slightly acidic hypochlorous acid water, which is harmless to the human body. This effectively suppresses bacterial growth and biofilm formation inside the unit chair's water lines. Finally, using the water line cleaning menu, you can clean the water line. Cleaning the water line removes fine biofilm buildup inside the water lines, helping to maintain a cleaner and more hygienic treatment environment. Water line cleaning is an optional feature. For detailed instructions, please refer to the maintenance guide. Changing the armrest position. The armrest can be moved to make it easier for the patient to sit down and get up. When you press the operation button, the armrest automatically rotates downward. Once the patient is seated, pull the armrest upward, and it will lock into its original position. Headrest adjustments. The K5's dual-joint headrest can be adjusted to fit the patient's body type and treatment position. Using the one-way clutch on the rotation axis, you can operate the headrest more conveniently during treatment. Safety features. The K5 is equipped with safety features designed to protect the patient, medical staff, and the system. First, this is the stop during position movement function. If you want to stop the chair while its position is changing, you can press any chair control button on the doctor table panel, assistant table panel, or foot controller to immediately stop the chair's movement. Second, this is the safety device during chair lowering. A safety switch is installed at the bottom of the chair. When it detects an object while moving down, the chair stops instantly, rises a little, and then stops completely. Third, this is the spittoon rotation detection function. The K5 allows the spittoon to be rotated toward the patient for more comfortable rinsing. When the spittoon is rotated toward the patient, the chair's upward and downward movements are restricted for safety. If you press a chair movement button while the spittoon is rotated, a warning sound will play, and a rotated spittoon icon will appear on the LCD screen. Fixing doctor table in place. You can stop the doctor table at the exact position you want. Turning the knob under the balance arm clockwise increases the table's holding strength. and turning it counterclockwise makes it easier to adjust the table's height. Instruments. The three-way syringe has two buttons, one for air and one for water. Each can be used separately or pressed together to create a spray mist. The water volume control valve for the three-way syringe is located on the right side of the doctor table. Turn the valve clockwise to decrease the water flow and counterclockwise to increase it. You can adjust the water flow for the handpiece and scaler in the same way as the three-way syringe. When you remove the high-speed handpiece from its holder, the related handpiece information is displayed on the table LCD screen. Press the foot controller pedal to operate the handpiece. While it's running, the handpiece power level is shown on the screen in real time. Press and rotate the pedal to the left to decrease speed, or to the right to increase speed, allowing you to adjust the handpiece power as needed. Press the water button to turn the handpiece water spray on or off. Press the optic button to turn the handpiece optic on or off. You can configure additional handpiece options by pressing the settings button on the right side of the handpiece title. When you enable optic hold, the handpiece light remains on while you are holding the handpiece. You can adjust the optic brightness from level 1 to level 5. You can also set how long the optic light stays on after the handpiece stops. When RPM max is activated, the handpiece runs at maximum RPM regardless of the pedal position. After completing all settings, click to return to the main screen. When you remove the low-speed handpiece from its holder and press the foot controller pedal, the handpiece starts operating, and its current speed is displayed on the screen in real time. Press the rotation direction button to switch the handpiece's rotation between forward and reverse. You can also select from 3 preset RPM ranges saved in the RPM preset settings. To save an RPM preset, press the settings button on the right side of the handpiece title to open the low-speed handpiece settings screen. Adjust the minimum RPM for the lowest pedal position. Then, adjust the maximum RPM for the highest pedal position. Press and hold one of the 3 RPM preset buttons for 3 seconds to save both the minimum and maximum RPM values to that button. After saving, exit the handpiece settings and return to the main screen. When you remove the scaler from its holder, the table LCD displays information related to the scaler. The way the scaler operates depends on the scaler hold setting. You can configure the scaler hold option in the scaler options screen. When scaler hold is enabled, pressing and releasing the foot controller once will activate the scaler, and pressing and releasing it again will stop the operation. When scaler hold is disabled, the scaler operates only while the foot controller is pressed, and stops immediately when you lift your foot off the pedal. The power control knob for the scaler is located on the right side of the doctor table. Turning the knob clockwise increases the scaler's power, while turning it counterclockwise decreases it. You can also adjust the scaler power using the power control buttons on the scaler screen. Foot controller. You can operate the handpiece and scaler by pressing the pedal on the foot controller, and adjust the handpiece power by tilting the pedal left or right. You can also use the 2 function switches to readjust the chair position. Turn the handpiece optic or water spray on or off, or use the handpiece as a chip blower. The operation of each button varies depending on whether the handpiece is placed in the holder and on the functions assigned to the left and right switches. Unit. On the K5 unit, you can use the assistant table panel, suction, water supply system, and water heater. On the assistant table panel, you can perform the same functions available on the doctor table LCD, including manual chair position adjustment, moving to a preset position movement, moving to a user-defined preset position, manual water supply to a cup, manual water supply to the spittoon, and manual light control. Suction is a device used to remove saliva and other fluids from the patient's mouth during treatment. When you remove the suction from its holder, the suction unit activates, and by pulling the lever down, you can start suctioning. Lift the lever up and place the suction back into the holder to stop its operation. The automatic water supply system starts filling the cup automatically when the sensor detects it. Once the water reaches the preset level, the filling stops automatically, and about 1 second after the cup is filled, the spittoon cleans itself automatically. Press the manual water button on the assistant table panel once briefly to supply the same amount of water as the automatic setting, and press and hold it for more than 1 second to supply water only while the button is held. You can adjust the amount of water for the cup and the spittoon cleaning time through the doctor table LCD settings screen. When you switch the water heater button located at the bottom of the unit to on, warm water below 35 degrees Celsius is supplied through each water outlet. If you don't need warm water, simply turn the button to off. Dental light. When the chair moves to a preset treatment position, the dental light turns on automatically. You can turn the light on or off by pressing the light button on either the doctor table LCD panel or the assistant table panel. You can also turn it on or off by moving your hand near the proximity sensor, or by using the toggle switch. Turn the brightness control knob located at the bottom of the light head clockwise to increase brightness, and counterclockwise to decrease it. The dental light is equipped with a blue cut function. Using the blue cut function reduces the intensity of blue light wavelengths, helping to prevent premature curing of light-cured resin and composite materials during dental procedures. Position the filter at the center of the light head to activate blue cut mode. Move the filter back to its original position to return to normal mode. The handle of the dental light can be detached. After detaching, you can sterilize the handle using an autoclave and reattach it for use. Hanero console. The Hanero console, mounted on the chair, is a dedicated unit chair accessory designed to enhance patient comfort during treatment. It includes a cup dispenser, tissue storage, and a personal belongings compartment. The cup holder can be adjusted to fit different cup sizes using the cup adjustment lever. Today, we learned how to use Ostom's premium dental chair, the K5 unit and chair. Thank you for watching.